So the product of sum and difference is, again, no different than what we've been doing. It's just you can take a little bit of a shortcut. Let me just explain it as I do this problem. Alright, so x times x is x squared. X times 5 is 5x. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. And negative 5 times positive 5 is negative 25. So when we combine, here's my x squared. But negative 5 and positive 5 give me 0. And then I'm left with negative 25. So this is my answer. And what happens is whenever you've got a positive and a negative, the product, meaning to multiply, of a sum and a difference, then the middle terms, these two terms are always going to cancel out. So you can just say this times this and this times this. Anytime it's a sum and a difference. So we could just say 2x times 2x and get 4x squared. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Because this is a sum and a difference of the same thing. But if you don't know, if that doesn't make sense to you, then just continue writing it vertical and writing it horizontal. Put your lines and multiply. So it'll work the same way. In general, we can say a squared minus b squared. Alright. Now some practice problems. Alright. We see that we have a sum and a difference of the same thing, so we can multiply the first, 9t squared, and then we can multiply the seconds and get negative 16s squared. But I can only do that because it's a plus and a minus of the same numbers. Again, plus and minus of the same numbers, so we can say the first, which would be x to the fourth, and the last, which would be negative y to the fourth. Squaring binomials. Well, squaring binomials is just like saying x plus 5 times x plus 5. And again, you could write that vertical and write it horizontal and multiply just like we've been doing up there. Or you can learn the formula for squaring binomials. You square the first, which is x squared. You square the last, which is 25. Now you multiply the two together and then multiply by 2. So 5x times 2 is 10x. So that's a shortcut method. If you would rather do it the long way, like this, it is perfectly fine to continue this method.